Hello, 'tis I, the great and mighty Ferretta, and I'm going to try to explain how I'm doing this.
So, what I'm doing in order to achieve that effect is I am taking my natural speaking range, which is the one that you're hearing right now, and I'm pushing it from my throat, which is it's usually originates from about here, and if I hold here and I speak, I can feel the vibrations of that happening right in the pit of my throat, and I'm pushing it upwards so it's more in the top of my throat and a little more nasal, and I'm kind of making use of muscles up here and in the different sections of my throat, right? And I'm using more of my mouth to speak instead of my throat. Now, obviously, this doesn't sound feminine, but if I pull it back a little bit and I relax and I ease it up and I soften it, then I can achieve this natural-sounding feminine effect. It is simply a matter of being aware of the fact that you can change where you're speaking from in your throat and practicing it until you find the different ranges that you can work with. As an example, I have my natural range, yes, I have my normal, ordinary speaking range, and I can go fairly low, I can go soften it up, and I can pull it down into the pit of my throat, right? I can go all the way down here, and I can do the whole potions, Ella. I would like your finest potions. And I can pull it back up, and I can go, you can't handle my finest potions, warrior. You're too weak. They would kill you. And that's kind of just a thing that you learn to control by playing around with it and just exploring it. It does help a lot if you record yourself speaking. Like if you can record yourself while practicing and then listen back to it, which I know to a lot of people is like, oh my God, no, not that, anything but that. But truth be told, you cannot learn how to control your voice without listening to how your voice sounds. And with enough practice, you can just get good at it. Basically, you just get good at it and you learn how to do it. Yeah, like there's not really much else to it. You practice pushing your voice around in different locations, and you find these little spots that you can use, and you can hollow it out, and you can make it sound more like this, and you can hollow it, and you can do a hollow kind of redneck sound. Or you can narrow it down, and you can pull it more in, and you can make it more evil and seductive. Well, it's not very, very seductive, really, but it's an evil sound, yes. Ah, God, that hurts. Really badly, actually. Don't do that. Never do that. Unless you can. But yeah. A lot of people's main issue with practicing with their voice is the shame and embarrassment that they have to deal with from other people around them. And for some people, it's difficult to get around, obviously. Like, you know, maybe you live at home and you don't want your parents to hear you doing this and sounding like a girl, and your mom comes walking in and she's like, what the fuck are you doing, you fucking weirdo? She probably wouldn't do that. Probably. Your dad might, but your mom probably wouldn't. She'd just throw you out. Anyway, it can be difficult to get past the embarrassment thing, but work on it whenever you're home alone, or try to find somewhere secluded and quiet that you can do it, and just practice. It's all practice. And of course, understanding where to open up your mouth and throat and how to open and close that, and the whole thing in here. There are a lot of muscles in your throat. I'm bad at this.